June the 1st, 2023, here to get the month of June started off in style. Got Chris Ruffalo setting the tone in stripes. Got that slimming effect that he's looking for. Chris, how's it going?
Well, clearly it's working if you noticed it. No, I'm doing well. Month of May flew by. I caught myself saying May a couple times in the videos, so I had to re-record those. But other than that, doing well. Excited for tonight's NBA Finals and the small but solid baseball card.
Calling it fire and ice in South Florida this June. It's what it is. It's the Heat and the Panthers. I think it's a little bit of a reach, but still, at least they're thinking of something. Not as good as we could have done, but whatever the case may be. Rod, how's it
The
going?
Dolphins going good, going good. I seen the Dolphins showing their support for their South Beach teams because on their elevator they put when the elevator closes, they've got a big picture of the Florida Panthers on the bottom, and then they got the picture of the Heat on together, and it says "Good luck" right across the top.
I should say this is what teams that win in the playoffs look like. That get to the playoffs and win games look like. These are teams with real head coaches look like. A lot of things the Dolphins could easily say there, but yeah, as I always say to the Miami Dolphins when they ask, "Is there anything else I can do for you?" I said, "We need a real head coach and a playoff team." And well, so far, playoff team they've delivered on finally once, but if you forget to snap the ball, very hard to advance it. I'm excited for this Heat Nuggets game. I think this one's about as easy as it gets, man. I am so excited to be cashing in on a pile of cash. We are really playing with a mountain of house money. I am up over $10,000 on the NBA playoffs so far, my personal bankroll. And I'll tell you, I haven't been making that big of bets. It's just we've been getting two and a half, 3 times on our money so many times over here. Books just giving it away. We'll get to the NBA in a little bit more detail, but I mean, you got a team that's a 9-point favorite here that's never even been to the NBA Finals. There's no players really with any NBA Finals experience up against a team with a coach that's been there, done that many times over, been to the Finals many times at this point already in his career, and a slew of players that have been to the NBA Finals and have been dogs about the same size every single series on the road in Game 1 and have won every single one of them outright against teams with better records than the one that they face here. So, yeah, I think the public perception way off in this one tonight, but, that is just the way that it is. Anyways, so hockey starts on Saturday is the way that it works?
Yeah. Yeah, Saturday.
They play every other day or every 5 days or
I think it's 3 days.
Saturday, Monday, the normal, and then between after game 2 and game 3, they take 2 days off.
Yeah.
NHL set the pricing for the tickets. Is that how it works?
I think they do.
Each arena.
Yeah. And then if we get to games 5 through 7 have 2 days in between each.
2 days again between 7 and 6 and 7.
So game 5 is on the Tuesday, game 6 is on the Friday, game 7 is on the Monday.
Oh yeah, 2 days in between.
2 days in between. What are the odds in that series? I haven't even looked.
Vegas is minus 125 to win the series.
Heat plus 320 in this series. Of course, they were plus 1,300 just at the beginning of the last series to win it all. And, yeah. Interesting because you have a 1 seed against an 8 seed, but the 1 seed that's left is the third best record in the NBA, not the best. Third best. He beat the team with the 2 best records already. Anyways, speaking of Kevin Cosman, yeah, Clark Schmidt isn't that bad. It's just a rhyme. It's just a rhyme. He's actually been pretty decent. Believe me, if his name was Jappy, we would say Clark Jappy is happy. It's like we'd have a different thing. It just works so the bit works so well. I don't want to let go of it. I don't care how he pitches. How's that sound? It's all about the bit. That's what got me fired from my last job. They're like, that was pretty offensive what you said to your coworker. I said, the bit works so well. And they said, it's always about the bit with you. And I'm like, yeah, it kind of is. Well, it all is. It's always about the bit. I love that bit. Fuck Schmidt. Yeah. Yankees had the bases loaded in the 10th inning, got no runs across, and that was it for them. Wow. Gonna be a quick show.
Yep.
Not a lot of chitter, not a lot of chatter. Did you see your home run prop video, Chris, already?
Yeah, I did. I did it last night.
Who do you like?
Yeah, let's see. I'm just trying to remember who I had.
I
think my favorite one of the day is Ryan McMahon.
Ryan McMahon.
In that Colorado-Arizona matchup.
All right. We'll look for Ryan McMahon. Ryan McMahon makes a lot of contact. He's a guy that could, he's like a hit for the cycle type guy. He's also a 5 strikeout a game type guy. So it's like he is kind of a feast or famine guy for sure. But I think it was a single or double away from the cycle just like 2 days ago.
Yeah, not that long ago.
Yeah. He was there. I mean, he had the opportunity to do it. He had the home run and the triple were out of the way. So it was like all he needed was I think it was the single or the double. It was one or the other.
Yeah. Hitting 571 against righties in the last week, 4 home runs.
How many strikeouts?
Not
17 strikeouts.
Yeah. No. 14. Let's see here. 5 and 21 at bats.
All right. Got the Blue Jays and the Brewers, the Mets and the Phillies, and the Marlins and the Padres.
I'm gonna roll with the Marlins here. I learned my lesson going against Knock Knock last time out. And,
who's there?
Yeah, Jesus.
Jesus who?
Jesus who could come in and kick the crap out of the Padres today. The thing about Joe Musgrove is that his road numbers are exactly what they are. They're not inflated by the Mexico City game because the Padres were the home team in that game, and a 4.24 ERA on the road. The Marlins one of the best in baseball right now over the last couple of weeks, hitting righties. So I look for the Marlins to win this one behind another strong start from Luzardo. So give me the Marlins at even money.
Knock knock. See people using knock knock in Romanelli's video comments. No. It's starting to spread.
The raid is happening.
Soon it'll be like on ESPN. They love stealing our bits. They'll be like, knock knock. Who's there? Jesus Luzardo's gonna kick the crap out of the Padres today.
We have a tweet. All it says is knock knock. I don't get it.
Right.
Who's there? It's like, I can't help myself. It's like, don't answer. Who's there? Rod?
Well, in these ones, I'm going to go with I'm going to take the Mets here to be up on the Phillies again. Taijuan Walker getting the start on for the Phillies, and he's been awful on the road. He's been awful anywhere he's pitched this season. Dumpster fire. Scherzer getting the start on the other side for the Mets, and he pitches his best at home here. So I think he definitely outduels Walker in that one, and the Mets be able to throw it to the bullpen and hold things down and snag another win there against the Phillies. Give me the Mets.
Well, the 1 o'clock Eastern time slot is really just a thing of beauty for today. Not only do we get knock knock, but we get to fade Kevin Gausman, one of my all-time favorite pastimes. I love fading Gausman, especially at big prices. Of course, if you bet on the Toronto Blue Jays every single game this season, you have lost. You bet $100 on them every single game, you have lost $653. And a good part of that has been Kevin Gausman, who, as a favorite, oh man, he just commands very, very big prices, yet he's never done anything in his career that shows that he's worth it. Never. He has pretty much a shitbag, underperforming career. When you look here, he had one season at 2.81 in San Francisco, and that's it. Everything else, mid-4s, low 5s. That's what he is. He's a mid-4, low 5 ERA pitcher on his best day. So what you got to say here when he's got a 3.03 is we're looking at a regression. So anything that's going to get him closer to that mid-4s, low 5s, his comfort zone, you got to figure he's going to get there. Freddie Peralta mowed down the Rays the last time we saw him. You can mow down the Rays. You sure as hell can mow down the last place Blue Jays. I'm going to take the Brewers in this one. Jay Briggs is texting me. The hell are you texting me for? So what he's saying is that the sauce is going to be on his afternoon show. So tune in to the afternoon jam session. All right. It's like a quiet thing. So, Chris, I'm thinking about replacing you on the hockey videos next year with David Racy, with him and Rod. What do you think of that combination?
David Racy doing well with the hockey at the write-ups at Pick Dogs. So,
what do you think?
Yeah,
Fire and Ice. He's been doing.
There you go. Fire and Ice. Yeah, exactly.
And then you'll be doing the NHL rundown, the breakaway,
Sweeping the ice.
the breakaway. Chris Ruffalo with today's NHL breakaway. I like it. I know you won't get the Chris and Rod time. I know you guys don't get to see it, but these guys really get along well behind the scenes all the time. I never hear complaints from either of them about the other guy. That's the whole thing. Never once. Never once. Always a lot of times. I think it'll be good. I know Ruffalo wants to do both. He wants to do the breakaway and the hockey videos because he's a Rod. You want to say the words I'm thinking of? Starts with ball, ends with hog.
Of course.
Ball hog. What do you think, Rod? You want to work with David Racy? I don't see a smile on your face.
I don't have a problem who I work with. I'll work with David Racy.
Oh, Rod taking on a serious tone here. All right, Clark Schmidt, eat shit. No, nothing. No reaction whatsoever. Wow. All right. You guys are no fun at all today, man. Really. Wake up on the wrong side of the couch.
I rolled off. Fell through the coffee table.
Diamondbacks against the Rockies. Red Sox against the Reds. Twins, Guardians, and the Rastros up against the Angels. Rod, take one, take two, do whatever you like.
Well, this one I'm going to take the Reds over the Red Sox. Red Sox have lost 10 straight versus a National League opponent, and the Reds are playing some pretty good ball. 7-3 in their last 10. Red Sox not 3-7 in their last 10. Give me the Reds in that one.
You want someone else, not David Racy? We can find you someone else. You could ask for volunteers from the congregation.
I have nothing wrong with David Racy.
I mean, you got a Racy problem. Well, we could get rid of it.
No, I don't have a problem with David Racy.
Fine. I didn't think you had a personal issue with them, but now that we know that you do.
No, I don't. I don't have a personal issue with anybody.
It's okay, Rod. It's okay. We're not going to all get along with everyone. It's not how we are. It's not how we're wired. I'm going to shamelessly take the Houston Astros as a minus 190 favorite in this one on the money line. Framber Valdez going. We all know he likes to work up a lather. He still has the extensions in. How many years will Framber have the extensions in? I don't know. He loves those extensions. He becomes extended Framber. Chris?
He's like an action figure with extendable extendable hairpiece. I'm gonna go with the Guardians here.
You've got headpiece?
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't know the yeah, braids, dreads. I don't know. Extendable. You can pull them out, and there's like a retractable button on the top of his head where they pull back. I'm gonna go with the Guardians here. I like Tanner Bibby. He's pitched fairly well. This feels like a spot where maybe Pablo Lopez could get a little bit of reprieve, but the Twins still leading baseball the last 2 weeks in strikeout rate against right-handed pitchers. Bibby's been keeping runs at a minimum, and I think the Twins are going to be swing happy once again here. Miss a lot of bats, and I think the Guardians could steal this one late. So I'm going to take the Cleveland Guardians in the plus money here.
All right. Well, leads us to the NBA. And yeah, only one game in town. One game, one series. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I like the over here. We've seen, at least from the Miami Heat, what they've done in these early series games in these the games against like Milwaukee and in Boston. They put up 120, I think it was 123 in game one against Boston. They scored 122 plus in each of their road games against the Bucks. I think they could do something similar here against Denver, who's not necessarily known for their defense. And the Nuggets, well, they can put points up on the board themselves. We've seen it all playoffs as well. Two best 3-point shooting teams in the playoffs. I like the over here.
Rod?
And I'll take the Heat plus the points. It's just a disrespect to the Heat team. And you look at both meetings between these two teams this season, and the Denver Nuggets, sure, they did win both. They won one by 5, one by 4, not winning by 8.5, 9. Take the points with the Heat. It's definitely going to be a closer game one than you were thinking.
I like the Heat money line. I like the Heat every which way you slice it. I just I don't see it. I just not feeling it. For the chicken nuggets, I just think it's all over but the crying. I think the Heat 4-1, 4-2. You have the more experienced playoff team. You got the more experienced playoff coach. You've got a coach that's been to the finals many times over against a coach that's never been. You got, a Nuggets team. They didn't even make the conference finals last year. It was Dallas against the Warriors. This team has barely even, I don't think they've made the conference finals since the bubble. And yeah, I just don't see it. I see the Heat series, Heat game plus 310 on the game tonight, plus 320 on the series, which is almost weird, right? That's like that. It's just, I don't know.
Do you think there's any backing the thought there could be some rust on the Nuggets going into game one, or is that a thing, do you think?
I don't think it has anything to do with rust. I think it has to do with the team that has experienced players and a coach that knows how to get you across the finish line. And I think that we talk about it all the time, and I always use the example of that guy Gretzky who played in his first, NHL finals, and he got shellacked by the Islanders, and it takes getting there to know what it takes to win. And if you think Jokic is better in relation to the NBA than Gretzky is in relation to the NHL, or that he was at that point in his career, you need to get your head examined. There. I said it.
I didn't mean for necessarily like the full game. I was just saying, do you think that rust actually will play a factor at all, like at least early on, or if they're just going to come out?
No rust.
No.
No rust. They're going to be well rested, ready to go. These are professional basketball players. These are the best in the world.
Yeah.
These are the best in the world. There's no better than this. Believe me. They don't come out in the first game of the season, rusty, and they don't come out, in any of these other playoffs. I mean, do you think the Panthers are going to be rusty?
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah,
It takes 5 seconds of skating around in the game to start. These guys are back in, dialed in. I guess there was a problem with the coupon code at the website. I fixed it. Still pick. Anyways, heard the sauce is going to be on Jay Briggs' afternoon jam session today. Just a rumor.
You heard it through the grapevine?
Heard it through the grapevine.
I'll have to tune into that.
3 afternoon baseball games. What are you going to do today? The thing is like my overall picks, like my numbers, I've been talking about this on every show, they haven't been very good. And it's like I should be giving out as my premium picks exactly what I'm betting each day. If I did that, I would be at the top of the leaderboard. Because like yesterday, didn't win a lot of games, but I had the Nationals on the money line, my dog of the day, which I didn't give out as a premium pick. I gave it out as the free one, the dog of the day on the thing. And they whipped the crap out of Noah Syndergaard. I tell you, Corbin means business, man. He does. He's a badass.
He took us betting against him personally last year. He said, I'm going to come out and go after those big dogs, guys.
It's like, tell Ruffalo. He's going to have to.
It's Patrick Corbin.
You tell him he's going to have to carb up a little more before the shot put toss.
Shut up.
Shot put toss. Give us the best of the best. The best is our premium picks. And that's how we pay the bills. It's weird because the cappers get a percentage of the premium picks. I get the other percentage, but I don't think any cappers ever complain about my percentage. They see exactly where every dime goes to. It goes back into the site. Pretty much everything does. Story of my life. So close. It's like one more good month. Just like at the craps table. One more good roll. For me, it's about my betting money. Rod's a little crabby here today, Rod. You got SpongeBob Krabby Pants over here. What's going on? Someone crap yourself this morning?
Nope.
Didn't get your full 8 hours of sleep?
No, I got 8 hours of sleep. I'm feeling great.
Wow, you don't sound great. You sound a little crabby, if you ask me. I'm not crabby.
Well, yeah, you just killed the buck dogs. It's dead. You just told everybody they're dead. So why am I supposed to be happy? You just told next year that Ruffalo's going to do a rundown style in the hockey, and I'm going to work with Dave Gracie, and that just pretty much makes the buck dogs about dead.
I don't think so. You guys can still be the premium puck dogs.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I don't know either. That's the point of the puck dogs is you talk about the picks together. That's kind of how it goes. It's but you separate the puck dogs. It's not the puck dogs anymore, is it?
Well, it's kind of like a shark, It's like shark's got to be moving forward. It's always got to be moving.
Correct.
Or else it dies, right?
Right, correct.
What we have here is like a shark.
I know when that shark, sometimes he reaches out and asks for some help, and sometimes he doesn't get that help. He's asked a few times for some help in things like that. But no, nobody reaches out, nobody helps. I've asked, so I'm not going to beg, but it is what it is.
All right, this is a good place to talk about that. But anyways,
totally.
I will.
You wanted to dig and pry. So, anyways, my parlay of the day, I'm going to go with the Reds on the money line.
Who asked
you? With the Mets on the money.
Who asked you? Who the hell asked you? You get no parlay today. You're a dead shark. Chris, what's your parlay, ball hog?
All right, I'll go with the Guardians. the Marlins, and yeah, I'll stick it with the two-teamer. We'll go with that.
All right.
Reds, Mets, Heat plus the points. Reds, Mets, Heat plus the points.
Brewers, money line. Marlins, money line. Heat, money line. All right. Well, on that happy note, thanks everyone for joining us. Make it a winning day.